The brother's going to ask a very serious question. So our elders leaning in to hear what the brother has to say.
If Africans believed that before the Europeans went into Africa,
Right.
that is that death represents only another stage
Right.
in this cycle or whatever. What did Christianity present that was new?
All right.
In that regard.
Okay. One of the things that you will find that the church is most resistant to is you're talking about the spirits of the ancestors. Okay. Talking about relating to them and them being a spiritual force that has power to affect your life. Now, see, I believe that we've got to take these spiritual concepts and see the political implications in them. Mm-hmm. And that's what we haven't done on a conscious level. Ancestor communion has tremendous political implications for the national consciousness of African people, because it says that that's where your strength is, and it's something that unites us as a people. Now, when I look at religion, see, I look at it politically. We were given, in quotes, this religion, Christianity, was imposed on us for political purposes. It was imposed on us to rob us of the strength that our culture could give us. It was imposed on us when we were here to convince us that we were supposed to be enslaved, so that we would accept the definition of slave as opposed to African, slave as opposed to human being. Because actually slavery is a matter of consciousness. I mean, you're not a slave unless somebody convinces you that you're a slave and you act like a slave. You can be enslaved.
My thing is that I didn't know how to really go about it. And there's a lot of people have different ways that they do it, but the key is to commune. The key is to commune. That is the key. To commune with them. Do you want to hear a little bit more? This is really a confirmation for me. This is not about an eye opener for me. It's more like a confirmation of things I always knew. I always knew. So this is refreshing to me. Woman with our elders' power, knowing her inner strength. This is what we're made of. This is what's in us that we're not tapping into to the fullness, because people are waiting for other people to direct them. And not even that, the people that are leading you are just as blinded and lost and confused as you are, the people that you look up to. So this is why we are in the position that we're in now. We have become weakened, but there's something in us that all it needs is some water. There's some water and some attention. Let me stop talking for a minute.
I have to make myself a slave, and that's what they wanted to have happen, okay? Now, in that process, if that religion is going to be used to do that, then they are going to have to demean the practices which would unite us with our source of power, which indeed were the practices of ancestor communion. So that what they would preach is that in believing in those things, you were being heathen, you were being pagan, those were superstitions, and you were being uncivilized. And if you want to be civilized, then take this civilized religion, you see, which was universally civilized for all people, when actually what they were preaching was a statement of European nationalism, something which would uphold the system that with which they were trying to control us. So that the relationship is that all those things that had to do with African practices, that had to do with the ancestors, had to, in our minds, we had to think of them as being negative, as being the things that got in our way, of being saved, of being civilized, and so forth. And that's how Christianity related to practices of ancestor communion. But I'm saying that it related in this way because of the political uses of the religion. You see, that it would be threatened by our relating to our ancestors, and that Europeans knew that more than we knew that.
See, I gotta get this. They know. They know where your power lies. That's why it's never going to be encouraged for you to commune with your ancestors. It's never going to be encouraged. You're never going to get a pass. You're never going to get that.